Hey, my name is Brent.
And I'm Nicole.
Welcome to Cloudy with a Chance of Meeples, and welcome to our top 25 favorite games, and we're counting them down. And in this episode, we are going to do numbers 10 through 6. And I felt I'm going to share my 10 favorite games, and so I have a little bit of history background in radio. And I find that, everybody in radio at times has crutch words and you kind of say the same things. And I think in the review space, we do the same thing as well. So I've challenged myself. Nicole gave me a bag of adjectives, and I'm going to take one out every time I talk about one of my top 10 favorite games. And I'm going to use it somehow off the cuff to explain something in the game. And so, I might just say, I love the game Era because the components are very Jim Dandy. They're absolutely Jim Dandy. Jim Dandy components in Era. Jim Dandy. I kid you not. I don't know what's right. Anyways, we are going to do this. Number 10 to number 6. I'm ready. You ready?
Yeah, I'm ready.
Cue thunder.
All right, so my number 10 for our list is a game that we have played a bunch.
Okay.
That we both enjoy, that I enjoy a lot more than you do.
Okay.
And it is a worker placement game that has cute little critters and great components and...
It's not... Okay. Not Everdell. Everdell's number 1.
No, it's not Everdell.
Okay.
It's Far Shore.
Oh, okay. Yes, it will be on your list and not my list.
Yeah. So, I just really enjoyed this. I thought it was really easy to pick up on, and our kids can actually play this one. They can't play, well, our oldest can play Big Everdell, regular Everdell, because we also have My Little. That's why I'm saying that. Mm-hmm. And our youngest cannot. So Far Shore is a nice in between, right?
Yeah, I would.
I find.
Yeah.
And it's just lovely. I love all the new cards in it. It feels like Everdell, but yet not. So for me, it's really fun. I enjoy it a lot. So that is why it's my number 10, Far Shore.
I think I should do a video, or maybe not, but there's cards in Everdell Far Shore that I would love to see in base game Everdell to just exploit those powers.
Or you could just play Far Shore.
Yeah, no, I wouldn't.
That would work too.
Nope, not happening. So, but yeah, good pick. Not that Far Shore is a bad game. I gave it a 70% chance, so still a 7 out of 10. But it's no Everdell. But number 10 for me. This is a game. I'm taking a adjective out of my bag here. This is a game that we got a number of years ago. You actually got it for me for Father's Day. I guess the kids got it for me for Father's Day, but you paid the bill, so you got it. Anyways, this is a game that has absolutely stunning presentation. I remember seeing this game on the shelf a number of years ago, and that's what drew me to this game. And it's a dice drafting game. And it's, yes, I got my adjective here.
Okay.
Yeah. It's a dice drafting game in which you are building patterns, and you're building stained glass patterns, and it is Sagrada. I love Sagrada from the first time I ever played Sagrada. And then, obviously we've done Artisans and the expansion and stuff like that. But there's something about Sagrada that just not push your luck, but there's that little bit of luck involved, because you're like, man, I really, really need a 3 here. Or I really need a blue 2. And you have this really tense situations, and they have different tools. And I love the tools because they're ace. That didn't work out well. Ace. I love the tools because it helps you break the game a bit. You know what I mean? Because you can get yourself in a pickle at times, whether it's what you drafted or dice that are available.
But at the same time, we just played Sagrada, was it
a couple days ago?
2 days ago?
Yep.
And you couldn't even use the tools to help you. Sometimes you just get
and sometimes the tools won't
too
help.
Bad.
But
and then I win. Did I even win?
No, I beat you by 8 or 12 or something.
It's fine.
It wasn't even close.
Still fun.
That's where the ace came in. But I don't know. I just love Sagrada. It's just a nice puzzle, and I'm looking at our expansions, Passion, Glory, and Life.
Yeah, those are
They all add a little bit of extra content and extra, player powers or more private objectives and more racing objectives to bring in interaction and stuff like that. But just all around Sagrada, I love Sagrada. It's just absolutely fantastic. It looks great. And so that is why it's my number 10, Sagrada.
All right, my number 9 is a game that you've already, I think it's a crossover, I'm pretty sure you've already mentioned it.
Gizmos.
Nope, not Gizmos. Surprise, surprise. No, it is a little card drafting game where you layer cards on top of one another.
Yes.
And then sleeve them to make beautiful artwork, and that is Canvas. From the first time we played this game, I was in love with it. Mm-hmm. That's why we bought it right away. As soon as we played it with friends. Yeah, it's just wonderful. It's so low key. I love those types of games where you can just, you can play it and just chat, or you can make it really deep if you want. If you want to really get into it, you can. Mm-hmm. If you don't want to, you don't have to. A lot of the time, if my brain is just tired and I've had a long day and I want to play Canvas, I don't even look at the objectives. I just make art.
Yeah.
And I just I'm like, ooh, I like that one, Yeah. And then that's how I play, and it's great. And I don't even lose that badly.
No.
It's... So anyway, yeah, Canvas is just a brilliant game. Nothing else like it out there. Yeah, highly recommend Canvas. So that is my number 9, Canvas.
My number 9, let me look at my list and let me get another adjective out of my bag here. It's going to work out better than the last time. But this is a game, actually it has almost the same mechanic as Canvas.
But there's nothing else like Canvas.
No, I said the mechanic. I didn't say it looks like that.
Okay.
It's got the same mechanic where, it's a conveyor belt system where you take a card and then they all slide down.
I already know what this is. I know what this is.
You know what this is?
Yeah.
I think, yeah. This game I love a lot. It's got fantastic components. It's got a playmat. Mm-hmm. And it's about going through history. And this is trekking through history. Again, this was another game that when I saw it, I was like, I'm going to like this game.
Yeah.
And it's got just fantastic artwork. Mm-hmm. I love on the back of all the cards, it has, something about the history.
Yep.
I don't even know what card it is, but it's really cool how, and I didn't know about this until I played the game, how back in the day before the telegram, before all this stuff, I think it was France, they had these little windmill things that they would rotate, and they had, I don't know how many hundreds of different rotations of things like this, and that's how they relayed messages. That's just fantastic. That's just super neat, and it's super supreme. Super supreme. That idea is supreme, but just the game in general, it's got fantastic artwork. The components are great. And I love that balance of, oh man, I'm getting this giant trek versus I gotta do my itinerary.
Oh man.
And I can get a lot of points with my itinerary. And then you have the time
I hardly ever get a long trek.
Yes, but...
So sad.
Well, I do.
It's always my goal.
I thought you were going to say you never finish your itinerary, and that's because you don't look at them. You just randomly shuffle the 4 I give you.
That is true.
And you just randomly pick it. And I'm sitting at the other end of the table saying, what are you doing? At least look.
I love doing that.
You love trolling me. Yes. Yeah. That's supreme. But it's
so supreme.
But that balance of how far are you going to jump in time, to get certain tokens to work on your trek versus your itinerary, and that balance, it's always at odds, I feel. And it's just absolutely satisfying game.
So good.
I absolutely love it, and I'm hoping maybe one day there might be more content for it. I don't know. It's ripe for an expansion with just more decks of cards.
Yeah.
Right?
100%.
So my number 9, absolutely love it. Trekking through history.
Okay, so we're on to number 8. My number 8 is another crossover with you, which is bizarre. I
it
wasn't
bizarre?
actually expecting this one to be on your list. That's why.
Okay.
But it is a word game
Okay.
where you are, it's set collection. You're collecting letters to make words, and that is Letter Tycoon. Super original. Super good. It's
Scrabble,
it's
but fun.
like Scrabble, but I don't really enjoy Scrabble. But I love this one, and I love word games in general. So, just not Scrabble, but yeah, Letter Tycoon, super super good. I love the artwork. I love it's so like different and just unique. At least with the edition that we have. I don't know. There was some other art.
Well,
There was some other ones that came out.
No, they were going to, but then they decided to keep the original.
Oh, they didn't.
Like the online version was like
didn't
a
release-
really weird art style, but then they just re-released it in a smaller box with the same art style.
Same art. Okay,
Yeah.
okay. I panicked there for a minute.
And
yeah,
that industrial.
yeah, it's really cool.
Mm-hmm.
And yeah, just it's fun. Like, and it's actually pretty educational too, because our 7-year-old is learning how to spell, and like we play this with her, and she has to come up with words, and it doesn't have to be hard words, right? Like she can spell the word cat, doesn't matter. Still gets her a point and in the game. So yeah.
And then people use the letter she buys, and then
Yeah,
you know
and
what I
she
mean.
gets points from that. Yeah,
and
for
that's
sure.
I love that.
So she actually doesn't do too bad in the game because she can still. Yeah. So Letter Tycoon, just super super fun, relaxed.
Word game.
But also crunchy if you want it to be, I guess. Yeah. That's my number 8, Letter Tycoon.
Okay, so my number 8, got my word right here. This is a game that came out a number of years ago that sold millions of copies. Like, this is a wildly, wildly popular game.
Is it a crossover with me?
It is a crossover with you, and this is a game that you have never won, which is true. This game
Never.
is all about nature. This game is Wingspan. I love Wingspan. There's just, the artwork is fantastic. I love the kind of, it's engine building to a degree. At the same time, it's kind of like the opposite of Everdell. And I've made mention that like Wingspan potentially could have been Everdell for us if we would have got Everdell at the same time we got Wingspan, if that makes sense. Because
Wait, what?
we got Everdell and we got Wingspan after. But if we would have got them in reverse order, I honestly think that Wingspan could be my number 1. It's the opposite of Everdell in the sense of Everdell starts with, only a couple actions and you get more throughout the game. And Wingspan, you start with more, but by round 4, you only have five turns.
Right.
And so you really have to have your engine ready to go, and the artwork is fantastic. I love those little mini eggs, but not mini eggs. And the game is streamlined, and it's just flabbergasting. It's flabbergasting how streamlined this game is, because on your turn, you're like playing a bird, picking food, laying eggs, or drawing cards. That's it. You got four things.
Okay, don't say that's it, because truthfully, that's a lot.
It is a lot.
There's a lot going on.
I'm not. Yes, I get that, but you only have four actions, but you have to like do the puzzle and be like, okay, which action am I going to do now? Like, I really need cards so I can go get the food, because when I activate my food, I have a bird that can tuck cards.
And that's why
that gets me more cards or gets me other, you know what I mean?
I love this game. Obviously, it was on my list. But, like, I don't win because I can't get the right strategy. Like, and that's why I've never won. And we've played it so many times, I've never won. Because I'm not good at it.
I'm flabbergasted that you've never won.
You cannot change my adjectives to past tense, okay? It's not allowed.
Okay, sorry.
But no, like, I'm just saying that yes, it's a good game, but it is, to me, it's a heavier weight game than, well, not than Everdell. It's about the same, but than some other games for sure. Like, it's not just like an easy breezy game.
Yes.
it takes a while. Like, it took me quite a few plays to actually understand what I was doing in Wingspan.
Yeah, I can understand that. But it's got lots of combos, which are really satisfying. Mm-hmm. You can build like specific birds that can combo.
And if you love birds, it's so great.
Yeah, in 2020 we got this. In 2020 we got a bird feeder, and I got my bird.
We're like, ooh, that's
Blue Jason out there.
That's a whatever.
Okay, you didn't get my joke, but whatever.
Yeah, I did. Yeah, I got it.
It was terrible.
Wow.
Anyways, my number
flabbergasting.
My number 8 is Wingspan.
All right, my number 7 is a game, a small card game. It's a card drafting game that we have played a ton, and it has a nice kind of serene theme to it.
Really? And this high? We played it a lot.
You know what? Sure I noticed. Yes, this high. Wow. And that is Ohanami.
Wow.
I love this game.
I do too. It's fantastic.
If you ever suggest to play it, I will always say yes, because it's so easy to just take out, set up, shuffle the cards, deal them out, draft. It takes like 15 minutes to play. It's very teachable. And it's easy. Like, it reminds me of Racco. I know it's not Racco, but like, you're just
numbers in
numerical order, right?
Yeah.
It's easy to play. I don't ever get frustrated playing it. Like, it's just simple. And yet there's some things you have to think about with it, right? Some strategy to it, but it's pretty light, and I just love it. Ohanami. Yeah, that's my number 7.
No, Ohanami is fantastic. I will say that the main rule in the game is whoever like drafts last plays first. I don't think we've ever played that way.
No.
And honestly, so
maybe that's a house rule that makes me love it more. But
to me, it's just a weird rule. Like, you're drafting, but if you draft, like, you're racing to draft, so it's got like a speed element in it.
Yeah. We just do it simultaneously.
Simultaneously. Everybody plays your cards down, and you can look at what people are doing and decide that way. So maybe we're taking a little bit of the crunchiness out of the game, but
yeah. But I love Ohanami. Yeah.
Good pick.
Thanks.
My number 7. This is a worker placement game. This has unbelievable components.
Ooh.
When I got this game, I didn't even have the deluxe edition. I think this one might be one of my ours, whatever, most like quote unquote blinged out game, because we have the upgraded tokens, we have acrylic tiles. And that's not even to say that the game...
I don't know what you're talking about anymore.
And this game comes with these jelly-like honey pieces that you're gonna want to eat, because they look so electrifying. They look electrifying. Not really. They seriously, they're squishy and they look like real fruit gummies. But this is a honey bus. Absolutely love it. This is like bees with economics. So it's got like everything. It's got worker placement. It's got that spatial puzzle where you're building out these hexes, and then whenever you build out a full hex, you trigger everything in that hex. So, you might get another baby bee, and you might get $5, and you might get a forage. So then you have this little grid that you're moving around, pulling nectar tiles, and then you might be able to produce honey and then go to the market and sell this honey. And if you sell honey, then you get another action, or you get a forage again, or there's so many things going on.
Yeah.
And then I love the whole thing where when you go to a location, you have to make like a beeline. So the first person 1 bee, the next person goes there 2 bees, and then 3 bees and stuff like that. And it's got this really tense turn structure in the sense of when are you going to pull back, because you're looking around, and even if you have workers to put out, it may be more advantageous to pull your workers back to set up, so you don't have to spend as many workers the next time to go to different things. But it's got that spatial puzzle, and like I said, I have like the wooden coins and the acrylic nectar tiles and
the fuzzy beeples,
which are kind of gross.
It's fine.
But I love Honey Buzz. I will say it's fun, just collecting pollen and then, selling all the pollen to the market.
Yeah, you do that. That's how you win.
I've done that a few times.
Strategy
if you're not gonna watch someone, they're gonna take all the pollen and then they're just gonna sell 6, 7 of them.
Yeah,
if
their name is Brent, then they'll do that.
Hey, it's a good strategy. I didn't even talk about. Then you have the Queen's Contest. Like it's just kind of got like so many things going on.
Yeah,
and it
looks good. You know what? It's grown on me a bit.
It looks fantastic.
I did not like Honey Buzz for a while there. And the more I play it and understand it, it's okay.
It's okay.
Yeah.
And I'm excited for fall flavors to see what that brings because it's a bunch of new modules and stuff. But man, I love Honey Buzz, and everybody who I've taught it to, except my one buddy Joe, who absolutely hated that. He'll flip the table and leave game night.
Yep.
If I play it again, so I'm not playing with him.
He will literally be like, "Are we playing Honey Buzz? Because I'm not coming." What?
Electrifying. But I love Honey Buzz, and that is why it is my number 7.
All right. All right, we are on to our number 6.
Number 6, yes.
Game. So my number 6 should not surprise you, I don't think.
Okay.
But it is a little polyomino shapes puzzle 2-player game where you are making a quilt, and that is patchwork. So from the first time we played patchwork, I loved it. It's just so cool and so simple. Like the design is so, I guess it's nothing like extreme or like, nothing that hasn't been done before, maybe, let's say. But yeah, it's tight. It's a tight little puzzle where you have to really think. Like turns can actually be quite AP. But every time you pull this game out, I love it.
It's got that, like even though you want a piece, it may be worth it to just skip your turn, waste that time, to jump over your opponent and make them decide.
Yeah.
Well, do I want one of those 3? And to help them out, which piece are they truly wanting? Yeah.
Yeah. It's really fun. And then you got like, those leather patches.
That can help you out.
That you can fill in your quilt with. But yeah, just super satisfying turns at times. Just collecting those buttons, and we got some real buttons.
we went to the dollar store and we got some real plastic buttons and like a giant button for that 7x7. And so so I love this game enough that it's this high up there for me. And I know it's just a little kind of dinky 2-player game, but I really quite enjoy it, and that is patchwork. Nice. I like patchwork.
Yeah.
And like the 49 different versions, the Halloween, chocolate, Americana. There's another one.
I would probably buy all those versions, but I won't.
My number 6, finishing off this list in style with a new word. This game actually has the same mechanic as my number 9 game. This has the conveyor belt system. This is an insanely streamlined game. The design in this game is absolutely wizardry. Wizard. How is that an adjective?
That's an adjective.
Wizard?
Yes.
Okay. It's so wizard. I'm not using that correctly, and I don't care. But it's like a wizard designed this game. Emerson Matsuuchi.
He is a wizard, pretty much.
This guy's brilliant. Absolutely brilliant. It's Century Golem Edition. Century Spice Road, but Century Golem Edition.
Yeah.
Nothing about cubes, but there's just something about the artwork and the Golem one with the little like cave crystals and stuff like that.
Yeah.
And I have the upgraded playmat because it's just so nice. It brings it all together. But this game is amazing. On your turn, you're legitimately like taking a merchant card, playing a card, fulfilling a contract, or resting.
are really
And this
fun.
is another one where you're like, when am I going to rest? How far in my,
Yeah.
my little engine that I'm building?
And not only that, like what cards am I going to pick up?
Right.
Which ones are worth it? How many gems am I going to place down to get these cards,
Yeah.
And how many turns am I going to waste picking up cards before I start actually playing?
And there's just so much fun in switching things out. This game.
You are such a noodler.
Yeah, I just noodle around in this
my
game. People
word.
say, I got like 8 blue, and I'm gonna switch it to 4 pink, and then on my next turn, like these 4 pink into 6 blue and 4 green.
I don't even
and,
know.
like,
I don't even think that's a good strategy. But anyway.
No, but it's just so much fun, and I have a hard time not doing it. But this game, honestly, it's called Century, but this game should be called like Efficiency, because whoever is the most efficient, and I just explained how I'm not, whoever is the most efficient is going to win this game.
Whoever is the most wizard is going to win this
Yeah,
game.
it is true, and maybe that's what adjective fits. But like, there's that balance, or there's that race towards those, only 4 or 5 different objective cards that you're all, trying to trade your gems to get. And then I love it how the best one, you get the second, right? I think you get the silver on the farthest one, but the gold on the second. How can I not think this?
No, it's the
is
gold.
opposite?
It's opposite, yeah.
Yeah, okay, it is opposite. But, and you can set yourself up for that you can potentially get both of those gems because you have enough crystals. Be like, I'm going to get this one, and that's going to slide down, and then I'm going to get the second gold one. And there's just so many combos that can happen.
Yep.
And maybe it's not combos. It's like engine building with cards. That's really what it is. And like I said, when are you going to rest? How far are you going to progress your engine before you take that whole turn and pick up all your cards so you can start it again? So.
And what's your engine going to look like? Because some people's strategy will be just to take the first card every time.
Right.
And just collect whatever comes in,
And then
first.
you have tons and tons of options.
Yeah.
But I've had it where I've had sometimes, 6 cards that I start with yellows, and then I just flip all my yellows to greens, and then get a couple blues, and then do that whole flip-flopping and stuff. Absolutely fantastic, the design. And it's just crazy to me how there's 3 of them in the series. They all play kind of different, while they all play on the same framework.
Yeah.
But then you can mix the first and the second, and the second and the third, and the first and the third, and then you
I
can
don't care for the
combine
second, but I like the third one.
No, second's the weakest one, but they're all. It's just amazing how they all exist.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And that you can mix and match these games.
It's brilliant.
It's absolutely brilliant.
Yeah.
Wizardry, as my adjective was. Wizard. So my number 6 is Century Spice Road's Last Century Golem Edition.
Good choice.
So there you have it. That is numbers 10 through 6. 1 more to go. 5 to 1.
Yep.
Is up next. Well, not up next, but that's what we're working on next. So follow us, join us, whatever. Don't go anywhere. Keep an eye out for that video to come out in the coming days. My name is Brent.
I'm Nicole.
Until next time, grab your umbrella. The forecast is cloudy with a chance of meeples.